The only difference between a panic attack and an orgasm is your perception. Yes, really, you heard that right. Both experiences involve sympathetic nervous system arousal. It's the same thing as when we're stressed, as when we're excited about a ball game or something else. It involves a lot of rapid heart rate, maybe some rapid breathing, and just a rush of adrenaline and cortisol. So literally, these physiological patterns look nearly identical if you were hooked up to monitors. But the difference is our thoughts, our interpretation. An orgasm is welcomed, and a panic attack is something that we're afraid of. Here's the truth. Panic attacks do not harm you. It's never been shown that any strict panic attack has killed anyone. Now, there might be actions that are taken as a result, but panic attacks in and of themselves, the physiological symptoms are not dangerous. It's just our thoughts that are so dangerous. And it's simply that our body is trying to protect us. Unfortunately, it's an outdated survival system. So let's break these down. During both orgasms and panic, your heart rate accelerates, your breathing becomes faster, and usually it seems like it might be deeper, but it's actually more shallow because we're breathing in and out of the mouth instead of breathing in and out of the nose. Your body gets flooded with adrenaline. We can feel a lot more sensations on the skin. It's basically fight or flight activation when we're excited from an orgasm or excited before we go on stage. That might be something that incites a little bit of fear, or excited physiologically because of something really exciting that's coming up, or maybe that in between of like, oh, I'm excited to get on this roller coaster. I'm excited to watch this scary movie or go into this haunted house because I know it's going to excite my nervous system in a really specific way. Well, what actually happens? Something called tachycardia, that's just rapid heartbeat, rapid heart rate, rapid heartbeat, and it causes some tightness in the chest, especially when we get caught in that cycle of fear. We have this shortness of breath because we're breathing in and out of the mouth instead of in and out of the nose. Remember, you've learned very well that it's very important to be breathing in and out of our nose at all times if possible. So along with the tachycardia and the tightness in the chest and the shortness of breath, we also tend to get tunnel vision that might be perceived as some dizziness. That's because the pupils in our eyes widen to let in more light so that we can see the danger. However, when we are in normal life, we actually aren't in danger at all. It's thoughts or an email that feels very dangerous. It feels like we're being attacked. So all of these things together get combined. And the number one reason people go to the hospital as a result of a panic attack is that they think they're dying of a heart attack because of that combination of the tightness in the chest, the shortened breathing, and the rapid heartbeat. In fact, panic disorder is the most often diagnosed thing after an ER visit. You heard that right. And maybe you're in that camp just like me. So once the cardiac case has been ruled out, you've taken the EKG, they've looked at your heart, they've checked you out physiologically and determined your heart is fine. Maybe you have some high blood pressure, but panic mimics these exact same survival symptoms that have protected us as Homo sapiens for millennia. And it is the sympathetic nervous system arousal that's causing all of this. And so knowing this is incredibly powerful. What's happening is adrenaline is flooding our system. It's going into the bloodstream. It's scintillating all of the areas of our body, our skin, we're having blood rushed to all of our extremities because our body is literally preparing to fight or flee. That's why they call it fight or flight. So instead of thinking, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with me, I need to go have my heart checked out again, we can just simply recognize these are common symptoms of fight or flight. This is not a heart attack. I've had my heart checked. This is anxiety, even if it might feel so much more intense than anxiety. And you can say to yourself, I'm safe. I am safe. You are safe. Going to the mirror and just looking at yourself in the mirror is going to activate prefrontal cortex. And when we're in fight or flight, that gets cut off immediately. We're directly into the limbic brain where the amygdala sits. And the amygdala is what sounds the alarm and says there's something wrong, because all of our sensations come into the amygdala and it sends out the alarm, the smoke signal saying this is not safe. We need to sound the alarm. And that's when the fight or flight symptoms like the tachycardia, the tightness in the chest, the rapid heartbeat, the shortness of breath, as well as the tunnel vision that's caused by the pupil dilation. And then we're getting caught in that cycle of fear. We're afraid of the symptoms. That's what causes the panic, very, very simply. Now, when we're safe and we're having an orgasm, whether it's by ourselves or with someone that we trust, we know that it's okay to be sweating and having a rapid heart rate and be breathing in and out of the mouth. We feel safe and we're excited about this sympathetic nervous system arousal. And so this is a great opportunity to recognize this is not a heart attack. This is anxiety. I'm safe. And when we're having those excitable experiences, we can recognize the similarities so that when we're in the panicky moments, we can stop fearing our body and start guiding our body. And that's exactly what BreathWORTH is for. This is not breath work, it's BreathWORTH. And this is for transforming anxiety into power. So you're training yourself for real life stressful situations by practicing the BreathWORTH method. So this particular one is just a simple BreathWORTH reset. It has 2 steps, okay? So you're going to first use the straw mouth reset. So for exactly 3 breaths, you're going to breathe in through the nose and out through tightly pursed lips that are almost like you're going to whistle. You can even whistle if you're feeling like you're in a place where you can do that, but it's tightly pursed straw breath. This is naturally going to slow that exhale down. Do this a minimum of 3 times. This will begin to calm your heart rate. And the next step is making sure that you're activating belly breath, slow, long, low, and slow, right? You know this from the anxiety reset protocol. 3 slow belly breaths in through the nose. And then exhale even longer through the nose while incorporating the vocal anchoring. So, So again, we're extending the exhale and implementing vocal anchoring. So the inhale into the nose and exhale out the mouth is going to get rid of extra carbon dioxide and naturally slow the breath. And then the inhale into the nose and the hum out the nose, because when we inhale and exhale in and out of the nose, it's going to activate more nitric oxide, which is naturally calming. And the humming produces even more nitric oxide, and it also activates the vagus nerve. We're also activating vagus nerve when we activate the diaphragm with the belly breath. So we're combining all of these things that you've already learned into an incredibly positive, intense experience where you're in control. So when you're having those intense experiences that feel like an orgasm, you get to reframe it, and then you get to choose, I'm going to be in control. I'm going to ride this wave, just like you've learned. You are the power. You are the power because you are your breath. So whenever we feel those tachycardia, the rapid heart rate, whenever we feel the tightness in the chest, you use that 5-Pro technology. You figure out where you're feeling it in the body. You use the R&D diagram, right? Make sure you understand. Use your tracker. Make sure you're taking note. That's going to activate your prefrontal cortex. Go to the mirror, look at yourself, and tell yourself, I am safe. I am powerful. I get to choose. Make this your powerful practice. This is the BreathWORTH method because your breath is your power and you can make it your powerful practice with the BreathWORTH method. Let us know in the community how this works for you. We'll see you very soon.